Saving Sloane is a pretty decent, definitely valuable film. The second half of the film maybe wasn't as interesting as the first half, but I won't give away what happens, as I do recommend it. This was released in 2021. It's directed and written by Steve Franke, and it stars Augustine Frizzell, Farah White, and Taylor Foster as Sloane. And Sloane is not the best behaved teenager, but what's interesting about this is from the very beginning, she displayed very unlikable characteristics. Her behaviour was very unlikable. But that being said, I really warmed to her. I think it was very clear that she was hurting. And I wanted the best from her from the beginning, which is not necessarily what I was expecting. And that meant it was very easy to emotionally follow her journey. And her family send her away, and she ends up bonding with this horse. And there are a lot of films about usually young girls finding their way by bonding with a horse. And it's not surprising, equine therapy is a really big thing, and this is absolutely what we see here. We see Sloane getting a chance to look at things differently, bonding, opening up with this horse, and it was a really lovely experience to watch. And as I said, the second half of the film maybe went off in a couple of directions I didn't really care for, but I never disliked it. I just feel like as it went on, it maybe lost its appeal a little bit. But the narrative was still pretty well written. Sloane remained a likeable character. I think she went through some really strong character development, and the horse is absolutely gorgeous. So in general, I thought Saving Sloane was quite a strong film. It's definitely a good story. I think there are elements in this that people can relate to, whether you're Sloane or the parents or anybody else in this. I think there are going to be some really good takeaways. And ultimately, I really enjoyed it. Yes, the second half wasn't as good, but it was still pretty decent. The first half was very strong. And in general, if you're a fan of this kind of film, as I said, there are many films where usually young girls meet a horse and it allows them to either manage their grief or change their behaviour, basically find a healthy, positive outlook. There are many films like that, and there's a reason for that. They tend to work really well, and I'm pleased to say Saving Sloane is no exception. It's a decent film, and if it sounds like it might appeal to you, then I'd say it's worth watching.